What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Nexo. I want to be crystal clear, not something I would look at. Not something I would look at, not something I would use. I'm going to explain why, but guys, we've seen some of these high interest accounts crash and burn before. And this is a risk. This is a huge risk. Not your keys, not your crypto. And I'm going to break down exactly why I'm concerned about this, because they do have an insanely large user base. Before I get into that though, if you're new to the channel, maybe wondering why you should listen to me or who I am, I'm James, Crypto James. These are the first 26 coins that I spoke about on this channel. They're the first 26 coins I held when I made this channel. Had you put in $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and you had ignored them for 2 years, been the worst investor ever, never sold them, just held them and rode them all the way down, you'd still have made about 8.8k. Doing every single possible thing wrong. But if you had done the right things, which is sell them when the markets are flying, like they were last year, if you'd sold these coins, that $2,600 would have turned into 123 grand. Massive, massive difference between doing the exact right thing and the exact wrong thing. Now, obviously I sold these off. These are not the coins I own. If you want to see my current portfolio, you can go to copymycrypto.com. The link's in the description. This is where I share my entire portfolio. Every coin I own, every one I buy, every one I sell. In the site, we have tons of tutorials for anyone. If you're brand new to crypto, you probably don't know how to get in and get started, so these tutorials can help. They're the same ones I send friends and family that are getting into crypto. And look, I've deep dived these markets for 8 years. I do it on a daily basis. I look through the fundamentals of cryptos, I identify the ones I like, and I invest. You know, it takes the work out of it for anyone that wants to simply copy along and make the same gains I do. And you'll see Phantom went up 677 times from when I did a Udemy course about it, where I said it was the best investment of the year. Now, when I find the next Phantom, and I will, I'm not going to do a Udemy course like last time. I'm going to go onto the site and tell the members the coin, why I'm getting in it, why I believe it can do that 100x. And if you want to make those 100x gains, if you want to get in on the next big crypto, go read the site, guys. The link's in the description. Okay, Nexo. Pretty massive market cap, 400 million, or certainly a big market cap. Priced at 71 cents. I think this is insanely dangerous as a crypto. I just simply do. Look, in the past year, we've seen Celsius and they're the same premise. They're the exact same premise as what Nexo is. Now, I suppose the difference is Nexo's technically been around a bit longer. So, I mean, not necessarily than Voyager, but Voyager rebranded like 3 times. But look, Nexo is a lending platform, offers users instant crypto-backed loans. They have a downloadable app. You can use it on your phone. They offer very, very high interest. That, to me, is a significant concern. And I'm only going to focus on that. I'm only going to focus on that because I think that's the only thing that's relevant. Look, Nexo, they have an exchange, they have a marketplace. You can go on, you can buy, you can trade, all of that. But the interest is a massive concern for me. Because they can't offer this kind of interest rate and be okay. So as an example, we'll pick a stable coin because that's what I'm focused on. So as an example, USD coin. Say you've got 10k, you leave it in for 12 months. They're saying you get 12% returns. And that's in Nexo, to be fair. So let's put earning kind. So 10%. So 10% gains for just sitting holding USDC or USD coin. USDC. 10%. How can they justify that? Well, what are they doing with your money? What are they doing with your money? They are trading it. They are utilizing loans. They are making trades. They are doing arbitrage. They're doing the exact same goddamn thing that Celsius did, that Voyager did, that FTX recently came out and did. That's how they can offer these interest rates. Because they are arbitraging, because they are using trades, and your funds are not yours on these kind of exchanges. You've got to understand that. You've got to realize that. This is highly risky. And look through the terms and conditions. This is important. This is the terms and conditions. This is Nexo's earn terms. We may be forced to suspend, discontinue, or change aspects of the Nexo earn interest product or any of the related Nexo wallet services in any jurisdiction without notice if demanded by the regulators or applicable law, or for whatever other reason. In such case, the digital assets in your Nexo account may be frozen for an indefinite period of time until the matter is resolved. If they go bankrupt, I'm not saying they're gonna, but look, the market's tanked, right? If they've put themselves in a risky position, and you don't know, you simply do not know, because there is not the transparency we would like in the crypto space, certainly not with these kind of companies. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what their liabilities are. They may have, I don't believe they posted their information about their reserves. Let's have a look, because they did put out some articles about FTX. But a lot of places put out info about the reserves that they hold. But we don't know their liabilities. So it tells us F all. Congratulations, you've got 2 billion worth of assets. Well, bro, what's your liabilities? Is your liabilities 3 billion? Because then your 2 billion means crap all. That's a problem. You understand and agree that you use the Nexo account and the Nexo earn interest product at your own risk. This section is not exhaustive and does not disclose all the risks associated with the digital assets and the use of the Nexo earn interest product and any of the related Nexo wallet services. You shall therefore carefully consider whether such use is suitable for you in light of your circumstances and financial resources. The Nexo earn interest product is provided as is and without any representation or warranty, whether express, implied, or statutory, except as expressly provided in the general terms, to the extent permitted by applicable law. Nexo disclaims all other representations or warranties, express or implied, made to you, your affiliates, or any third party, including without limitation any warranties regarding quality, suitability, merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, or otherwise. Nexo liability in respect of the representations and warranties which cannot be excluded is limited to any of the following options chosen by Nexo at our sole discretion. Right, resupplying, replacing, or repairing the Nexo earn interest product in respect of which the breach occurred, or paying the cost of the resupplying, notwithstanding any provisions due to an unusual or unforeseeable event outside our reasonable control, the consequences of which could not have been avoided even if all due care had been exercised. Force measure, including acts of God, war, or civil unrest, acts of domestic. Right. Any refusal to process or authorize, your inability to effect or complete. I mean, this is the problem, guys. Look, you can read through the terms and conditions, but look, they're not going to take responsibility if all of a sudden they become bankrupt. You're not going to get your funds back. I cannot emphasize with any more strength than I am doing that you should not be using these accounts. That people should not be using these accounts. Personal opinion, it's not financial advice, but here's the reality. Celsius, same principle, same high interest rates, over leveraged, put themselves in shitty situations with loans and screwed everyone. Voyager, same thing. FTX, same thing. Nexo. You are trusting that by using Nexo, you're simply trusting that they are acting with consideration for you as an individual. There is no evidence of that ever anywhere. These exchanges, these high interest accounts, they don't give a crap about you, other than the fact that you're bringing money for them to then use to invest and to play around with. Now, it might be the Nexo are absolutely nailing all the investments that they're making. They might be kicking ass. But it only takes 2 or 3 bad incidents, like the downfall of Terra, to throw the market into real flux. You've got to be careful. Nexo are not going to give you your money back if they go bankrupt. They can't. And I have very, very strong reservations about these kind of high interest accounts, and I think they'll die a death. I think Nexo will be one of the ones that ends up dying this year or next year. Well, not this year because there's only about a month left. Next year, though. I think also, there's a few things to evaluate. The trading volume is piss poor for Nexo. Fundamentally, they are still the same product as Celsius. Maybe they're the same products as Voyager. Maybe, and there is a big maybe here. But maybe they are more responsible owners. Maybe they are a more responsible team. But that still doesn't mean anything, because there are so many events that can occur out of their control that affect the overall markets. This bear cycle is not done. We're not going to all of a sudden pump to 30k. Bitcoin is very likely going to still hit lower lows than where it's at right now. You don't know the positions that they have open. You don't know the situation they have with your funds. They're not your funds when it's in Nexo. And personally, I see these high interest cryptos dying. A number of them. And that's down to the fact that I think users have all been burnt and users are going to flee. And I also think that the greed in the space for these big exchanges is massive, and they're not acting with responsibly. And we've seen that in so many exchanges right now that I just think is too big a risk with your funds. That's my take. I think it dies. Maybe it doesn't. But I think even if it doesn't, it is a stupid risk to take with your long-term investments in crypto. Because if you get burned, you can only feel crappy about it because everyone knew it could. Fundamentally, everyone that's watching this probably knows it can happen, because we've seen it with Celsius and we've seen it with Voyager, and we've seen it with FTX, and we've seen it with others as well. They're just the big 3 that we've seen in the past year. Yeah, I'm mainly doing this video just to go, guys, just be safe. Just be safe, because we're not done with the FTX contagion. We're not done with all of this crap. This is another exchange will go down in the next 2 years. Of that, I am certain. But we'll see. If you're a returning viewer, subscribe to the channel, by the way. The more people that we get to subscribe, it means we can start doing stuff like bringing big guests on that are founders of projects. That's what I love to do. We need the channel to grow. So if you're a returning viewer, do that for me. And also, if you want to see the portfolio that I currently have, go to copymycrypto.com. Go read the site. Go check it out. Everything on the site is verifiable. It's literally on the entire history of the YouTube channel. You can go through it. And look, I've deep dived these markets solidly for 8 years now. The record of success is here for you to see. There's a spreadsheet. There's the site. If you want to make these gains without doing all the research that I spend every waking hour doing, then go read it. If it resonates with you, you can come join me. The link's in the description, guys. And that's it. Take care. And if your funds are on exchanges or high interest accounts, please get them off for your own sanity. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.